Hey, what's up everybody? This is Brando here, doing a quick video on the Rock Island 1911. And just to let you know what I've been carrying today, and I've been carrying for the past couple of days, is the Kel-Tec PF9. So you get an idea of what I carry on a day-to-day basis. A lot of my videos have started to kind of feature that, just to kind of get an idea of what I tote around. So with that being said, let's kind of talk about the Rock Island 1911. This one right here is the 5-inch government model, and they make about 3, I think, different models of the 1911. They make a match one and they make a target one as well, I believe, that has different trigger and a different beaver tail and so forth. This one is the plain Jane government model, which is the least expensive one that you can get. There's no frills to it or anything like that, and it's a parkerized slide and a parkerized finish on the frame. The Rock Islands, if you don't already know this, is actually made by a company called Armory. And Armory is a Filipino company that that apparently has been making 1911s, I think, since the mid-80s, from what I understand. And there's actually a couple of companies in the Philippines that make 1911s that I know of. One of them happens to be the ATI, or the Advanced Tactical, and then there's the Armory. And I forget the parent company that makes the ATI. But you can actually go to Hickok 45, and he has a video on the ATI 1911. So the Armory 1911s, I think, have a couple different brand names, and Rock Island's one of them, and the other one I think is the Citadel. But there may be a couple of other ones as well that I'm not quite familiar with. The most prevalent one around here, and this is the Atlanta area, is the Rock Island. Although I've seen a Citadel on sale at Bass Pro Shops in Lawrenceville here, so not quite sure about that. But this particular model is, like I said, is the 5-inch government model, and it happens to come in a black case that says Rock Island Armory on it, and that case comes with one magazine, and the firearm comes inside it as well. You can't see that right there. And now this particular firearm, I did send this back to Armory. Armory has an office in Nevada, and I sent it back to them because I was having some problems feeding hollow point ammo. But I'll get to that in a second, and I'll kind of show you what was going on with there and what they did and so forth to kind of resolve the issue. But let's get back to this. As far as the Philippine 1911s. From what I understand, now I don't know this to be true, I'm not a gun expert as far as like the history of some of these things, and I have not looked it up online. But from what I understand, some of the Filipino manufacturers that are making 1911s are actually making it using the tooling that Colt used when Colt manufactured 1911s in the Philippines. So, I don't know, I doubt very seriously it's the same tool sets they're using. But I guess the bottom line is that the Philippines people have been making 1911s for quite a while, and they have a rich heritage, just as the United States does, is making 1911s. So if you're trying to buy a true blue 1911, and you're seeing one from the Philippines and you kind of poo-poo that, maybe you shouldn't, because in all honesty, they've been making 1911s almost just as long as the United States has been making 1911s. So at least that's from what I read, and that's what I've gathered. But let's take a look at this one here. Like I said before, it's a parkerized finish, and this one has no magazine in it and has been checked. There's nothing there. Okay. The fit and finish on this is not bad at all. And to be quite honest with you, the first time I went to go shoot this, I was pleasantly surprised at how accurate and how nice this actually shot. Now, if you notice on my other videos, I have a Colt 1911 as well, Series 80 model, and this shoots just as good as the Colt does. The difference in price is that this, is about $400 to $450 cheaper than the Colt model. So that's a big price difference if you're looking to get into a 1911. To give it kind of my own spin as far as the review goes, let me kind of give you an idea of really what sets this apart from the Colt. And I wish I had the Colt down here with me, but I don't. But let's take this down and I'll take a look at it, and I'm going to show you exactly why this was sent back to Armory. if I can't do this off camera for a second. There we go. Now, like I said, I did send this back to Armscore, which they do have an office, like I said, in Nevada. And the reason why I sent it back, let's see if you can see here. I don't know, you're probably not going to be able to tell it on this frame because this camera is a flip and it's not the greatest for close-ups. But the feed ramp right here actually is pretty straight up and down, and it's actually kind of dug into the frame a little bit here. And apparently it's within specs, and when I sent it back, they've actually polished this down a lot for me, and it kind of made it even on both sides, and it feeds a little bit better than it did. But I didn't have any problems really feeding round nose ammo, but I had problems with it feeding hollow point ammo. And one thing that when I called them, and they said that it's not designed to feed hollow point ammo. This is the original government model 1911, and back then they didn't have hollow point ammo. They had round nose ammo or full metal jacket ammo, and they didn't feed hollow point. So it feeds round nose perfect, but it doesn't feed hollow points all that well. But I'm going to put this together off camera, and I'll come right back and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about, or why I'm getting some of those feeding problems. Give me 1 second. Okay, it's back together now. So I kind of wanted to show you what the issues that I was having as far as feeding is concerned. And I'm actually going to load a live magazine. This is the magazine that comes with it, and it's made by ACT Mag. Okay, and it's made in Italy. So it's a nice magazine. It holds 8 rounds, and it's a very well constructed mag. I mean, it does round nose great. And it'll also work in my Colt just fine too. But if I put this magazine in, and you've seen this in another video of mine, if I go and, well, what do you know, that one actually worked. It's amazing what happens when things are on camera. This is loaded, I'm going to release this mag. But what was happening was it would nosedive and would get stuck basically right there in the on the feed ramp. And if you notice, I don't know if you can tell, if you look between that round that's on top and the round that's underneath, there's a gap there. And if I have 8 rounds in there, it's even more prevalent, and you can see that. And what would happen when it starts to slide out, that would dive down and get caught on the feed ramp. Now they polished it, and maybe it fixed it. I don't know. I have to go test. I haven't fired it yet since it's been fixed, so you know, that's the reason why they sent it. Now the cool thing that they did is when they sent it back to me, they sent me some cool stuff. And one of the things they sent me that was really cool, if I can find it, was a pen. Now this is not just any pen. This is a Need Ammo, www.advancedtactical.com, and they sent me a couple of bumper stickers for that as well. And then they also sent me a couple of stickers for the Rock Island Armory. Now I love stickers like this kind of stuff, so I was pretty gung-ho when I saw those, and I like the pen too. So I appreciate them sending me that. But anyway, just to give you an impression on this, you know, I'm very happy with it. I was really shocked at how well that it actually was, as far as the fit and finish, and how well it fired. It fires beautifully. Extremely accurate, and you can look at the video. It has a video of me shooting it. Extremely accurate. You know, I would not hesitate to pick one of these up, and I wouldn't hesitate about wearing it as far as in a holster and that sort of thing, because for the price point you're looking at for 1911, it's you know, it's going to look good with wear. You know, if you ever look at the that game, the Call of Duty Black Ops, and you got the guy there with the two 1911s crossed, you know, and his hands crossed like that, and it has Sally written on one of them or something like that. To me, that just looks too cool. So once you start getting some wear and stuff like that on there, to me it looks pretty cool. But as far as, you know, the Rock Island is concerned, wouldn't have any problems purchasing the match version as well, or the target version. I just think that they're awesome. They work really well. Now, just a quick note, as far as the nose diving and stuff like that, apparently that's a common problem with a lot of 1911s. not just a Rock Island. And apparently some Rock Islands do that and some don't. Obviously, you see, I didn't have any problems that time, but it's kind of a hit or miss thing. But the people from Armscar, they told me that the Hornady Critical Defense, the fact that it has that plugged nose in that particular round, is a good round for it because it kind of acts as a round ball ammo for it. And one note too about Armscar's customer service. When I sent this back, I was wanting to kind of maybe do a separate video on this part right here, just kind of let people know that the customer service that these guys performed, and as far as talking to the actual armorer on the phone, kind of describing my problem, second to none. I mean, they were incredible. I talked to a guy named Sean, who was the guy that actually worked on my firearm here, and just absolutely just a nice guy. And I would highly recommend, you know, if you ever have any problems, that deal with those people, because they're just very knowledgeable and they really helped me out. And you know, a firearm could be maybe not your most favorite firearm, but if they have good customer service, you know, to me that just kind of goes hand in hand. You know, I've heard horror stories about other manufacturers not having good customer service, and that kind of scares me sometimes in case something ever went wrong. But you can't go wrong with the Rock Island, or can't go wrong with the Armscar. Very happy with this. I enjoy it, and will probably carry it some for self-defense. I am going to try the Critical Defense and see how those feed a little bit more reliably than these. These happen to be gold dots, so we'll see how that works out. But anyway, I hope you have a good day, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them. And I'm up to 31 subscribers as of today, and I'm very happy about that. So everybody that's subscribed, please, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. You guys have a good day.